China calls for stable Japan relations after Ishiba election victory. September 29, 2024. China has urged Japan to maintain healthy and stable relationships with Beijing after former Japanese Defense Minister Shigeru Ishiba won the ruling Liberal Democratic Party's leadership race Friday. Ishiba is set to become Japan's next prime minister when Japanese lawmakers convene on October 1. Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Jian told reporters Friday that the sustained, sound, and steady development of China-Japan relations is in both countries' interests, characterizing the path as the only right choice. China, he said, hopes Japan will have an objective and right perception of China, take an active and rational China policy, take concrete efforts to comprehensively advance the strategic relationship of mutual benefit, and work with China to promote the sustained, sound, and steady development of bilateral relations. Beijing's remarks come amid rising tension between China and Japan. China has increased the frequency of its military activities in waters and airspace near Japan in recent weeks, sailing its aircraft carrier Liaoning through the contiguous zone near Japan's westernmost island of Yonaguni on September 18 and conducting large-scale military exercises near the Sea of Japan. Meanwhile, a Japanese battleship sailed through the Taiwan Strait for the first time on Wednesday, prompting Beijing to reiterate its strong opposition to such freedom of navigation operations. Japan also expressed concern after China test-fired an intercontinental ballistic missile into the Pacific Ocean for the first time in 40 years. Of Wednesday, the Japanese government said Beijing did not notify it before the missile test and described China's increasing military activity in the region as a serious concern. Analysts say the Chinese Foreign Ministry statement shows Beijing remains cautious about Ishiba's stance on relations with China. Beijing is very cautious and concerned about Ishiba's stance because he has been very assertive and hard-lined about Japan's security policy, Kyoko Takayama, an international relations professor at the University of Niigata Prefecture, said in a phone interview with VOA. Before Friday's leadership election, Ishiba proposed the creation of an Asian NATO, which he said could pave the way for a nuclear sharing arrangement among like-minded countries, or to return of U.S. nuclear tactical weapons to the Indo-Pacific region. During a live debate held by Japan's Fuji News Network on September 22, Ishiba said it is time to allow Japan's self-defense forces to fire warning shots at foreign forces intruding on Japan's territorial airspaces and waters. Takayama said Ishiba would likely continue to deepen Japan's defense and security relationships with like-minded democracies, including the United States, South Korea, Australia, and the Philippines. Unlike outgoing Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, she said Ishiba wants Japan to have more autonomy in shaping its security policies. He thinks it's not good for Japan to follow Washington's lead, and he believes Japan should become more independent in working with other like-minded countries in the region, Takayama told VOA by phone.